Welcome back. In the last video, we have studied about the singularities and zero of an analytic function. And your singularities are classified into two categories. You can have an isolated singularity or a non-isolated singularity. Further, isolated singularities, they were classified into three categories. You can have a removable singularity or a pole or a isolated essential singularity. So in this chapter, in this video, we will learn about residues, and further using residues, we will learn how to calculate the integrals, which is your Cauchy's residue theorem. So first, let's start. What do you mean by residue? So let's say you have an analytic function f of z, and z naught is an isolated singularity. Then the constant v1, which is a coefficient of 1 by z minus z naught in the Laurent expansion of f of z at z equal to z naught, is called the residue of f of z at z equal to z naught. So let's say f is any function and z naught is the isolated singularity. Then using the Lorentz expansion, you can expand that function at z equal to z naught. And in that expansion, you will have two parts. One will be a regular or the analytic part, in which you have only positive integral powers of z minus z naught. And the second part will be your principal part, in which you have a negative integral powers of z minus z naught. So in that expansion, your coefficient of this part is called the residue. Now, let's see how you calculate residues at pole. So the first case is when you have a simple pole. Simple pole means it's a pole of order 1. Then residue of f of z at z equal to z naught. Z naught is the pole. Is limit z approaching to z naught. Just remember z naught is the pole of z minus z naught f of z. So this one is true when your pole is of order 1, and if your pole is of order m, then residue at z equal to z naught is given by 1 divided by m minus 1 factorial. Here it's m minus 1 if order is m, and limit z approaching to z naught dm minus 1 dzm minus 1 z minus z naught raised to power m into f of z. So let's say you have a pole of order 2. Order 2 means your m is 2 here, then the residue will be given by 1 divided by 2 minus 1 factorial, which is 1 factorial and whose value is 1. And limit z approaching to z naught, and m is 2 here, so this will be d by dz, z minus z square f of z. Means first you have to find first derivative of this function, this whole function z minus z m f of z, and then you have to apply the limit. Same, let's say you have a pole of order 2, order 3. M is 3, so this will be m 1 divided by 2 factorial, limit z approaching to z naught, d square by dz square, z minus z naught cube f of z. Means first you have to find the second derivative of this, and then you have to apply the limit. So let's see a few examples. First one is f of z is 3z plus 1 divided by z into z minus 2. So first we need to find the poles. For poles, you just put denominator equal to 0. So z into z minus 2 equal to 0. This will give you z equal to 0 and z equal to 2. And clearly z, here power of z is 1 and power of z minus 2 is also 1. So these two are simple poles. Each one is a simple pole, or you can say pole of order 1. So now I will calculate the residue. So now first the residue at z equal to 0. Z naught is 0 here, so limit z approaching to 0. Here limit z approaching to 0 because we are calculating residue at z equal to 0. Now z minus z naught, which will become z minus 0 f of z. So this will be limit z approaching to z naught, which is 0, z minus z naught, z minus 0, which is z. F of z is 3z plus 1 divided by z into z minus 2. So now this z will cancel and I will be left with limit z approaching to 0, 3z plus 1 divided by z minus 2. So this will give me 1 by minus 2, which is minus 1 by 2. Now I will calculate residue at z equal to 2. So here z naught is 2. So this will be limit z approaching to 2. Here, just see, we were calculating residue at z equal to 0. So limit was approaching, limit z approaching to 0. Now we are calculating residue at z equal to 2. So limit z is approaching to 2. Here it was z minus 0. Here it's z minus 2. F of z, f of z. So limit z approaching to 2, z minus 2, f of z is this. Now in this case, z minus 2 will get cancelled and I will be left with 3z plus 1 by z. And when you will apply this limit, you will get 7 by 2. So let's see another example. Here f of z is 1 minus e raised to the power 2z divided by z4. So clearly z equal to 0 is a pole of order 1, z to the power 4. Now I will calculate residue at z equal to 0. So now here I will use my second formula. So here m is 4. So this will be 1 divided by 4 minus 1 factorial limit z approaches to 0 because pole is 0 here. D cube by dz cube m minus 1. Z4 and this is your function. So Z4 will get cancelled and I will be left with this. Now just calculate the third derivative of this function. So which will be minus 8 into e raised to the power 2z. And when you will apply limit z approaching to 0, so this will be e raised to the power 0, which is 1. So this will be minus 8 divided by 3 factorial. And further you will solve this, then you will get your answer as minus 4 by 3. Alternatively, I have used Laurent expansion here also. So e raised to the power 2z can be expanded like this. E raised to the power z is 1 plus z square plus z cube plus z4 and so on. So this will be 1 plus 2z plus 2z square upon 2 factorial plus 2z cube upon 3 factorial and so on. So now I have further simplified this. So here in as in the definition, first definition, residue is given by the coefficient of 1 upon z minus z naught. So here z naught is 0. So the coefficient of 1 by z will be our residue, that is minus 4 by 3. Okay, so my next part is find the residue of f of z 1 divided by z minus z sine z at its singularity using the Lorentz series expansion. So I will expand my sine z using the Lorentz series expansion, which is given by z minus z cube upon 3 factorial plus zy upon 5 factorial. Further, this z will cancel and I will be left with this. And now I have taken z cube upon 3 factorial outside and I will be left with this. So to find the singularity, just put denominator equal to 0 and I will get z equal to 0 as the pole and z cube. So this one will be of order 3. And further from here, I will have this. Now I can expand this using my binomial expansion. So I will have this. And the coefficient of 1 by z is 3 by 10. So my residue is 3 by 10. Now next is find the sum of residues at singular points of f of z divided by z minus 1 square, z square minus 1. So f of z is z divided by z minus 1 square. Z square minus 1 can be written as z plus 1 into z minus 1. So this is z minus 1 cube into z plus 1. Now to find the pole, when you will put denominator equal to 0, you will get z equal to 1 or z equal to minus 1. So here z minus 1 whole raised to power 3. So z equal to 1 is a pole of order 3. And z plus 1 raised to power 1. So z equal to minus 1 is a simple pole, or you can say pole of order 1. So at z equal to minus 1, I will calculate my residue. This will be limit z approaching to minus 1 because this is your pole at which you are calculating your residue. So this will be z minus z naught. Here z naught is minus 1. So this will be z minus of minus 1, which will become z plus 1. And into my function f of z, which is z minus 1 cube, z plus 1. So basically this will get cancelled and I will be left with z divided by z minus 1 cube. And now just replace z with minus 1 and I will have my answer as 1 by 8. Now I will calculate residue at z equal to 1, so which is a pole of order 3. So I will use my second formula. So this will be 1 by 2 factorial, m minus 1 is 2 because m is 3 here. Limit z approaching to z naught is 1. D square dz square z minus 1 cube into my function f of z, which is z divided by z minus 1 cube into z plus 1. So z minus 1 cube will get cancelled and I will be left with this. Now first I need to find second derivative of this function, which will be this. And now here limit is z approaching to 1, so replace z with 1. And my final answer by doing all the calculations will be minus 1 by 8. So my question was to find the sum of residues. So residue at z equal to 1 is this, and residue at z equal to minus 1 was 1 by 8. And I will add, I will get my answer as 0. So now we have learned how to find the residues. So with the help of residues, we will learn how to find the integral value of the complex valued function. So we have a Cauchy residue theorem for that, which says if f of z is analytic inside and on a simple closed curve C. So you have a curve C and fz is analytic function inside and on. We are not concerned about outside the curve C. We are concerned only about inside and on that particular curve C. So whatever is happening outside the curve C is none of our concern. Now, except at a finite number of isolated singular points inside C. So what does it mean? F of z can have a singularity, but it should be a finite number. It cannot have an infinite number of singularities. Then integral over C fz dz is given by 2 pi iota sum of residues at all the singular points. So we will learn how to use this theorem. So let's say first example is evaluate integral over C 1 minus 2z dz divided by z into z minus 1 into z minus 2, where C is your circle mod z equal to 1.5. Okay. So let's start. My function is 1 minus 2z divided by z into z minus 1 into z minus 2. Now, first we need to find the pole. So pole will be given by put denominator equal to 0. So denominator equal to 0 will give you z equal to 0, 1 and 2. We have 3 poles. Now we need to find the order. So z raised to power is 1, z minus 1 raised to power is 1, z minus 2 raised to the power is also 1. So all three are simple poles, or you can say pole of order 1. Now I will see my circle, which is mod z equal to 1.5. 1.5 means it's a circle with center at the origin and the radius is of 1.5 unit. So clearly z equal to 0 and 1, they will lie on my real axis. These 2 points, they will be inside the circle, but z equal to 2 will lie outside the circle because my radius is 1.5. So this point is of no use. We are not concerned with this point. We need to calculate residue only at these points because these points lie inside the circle and we are concerned about these points only. So first I will calculate residue at z equal to 0. Remember these two are simple poles. So I will use my first formula here, which is limit z approaches to z naught, z minus z naught into f of z. So z naught is your pole. So z equal to 0. So limit z approaches to 0. Z minus 0 will be z into f of z. So 1 minus 2z, z minus 1, z minus 2. Z will cancel. And I will be left with 1 minus 2z, z minus 1, z minus 2. So z approaching to 0, just replace z with 0. So numerator will become 1. Here I will be having minus 1 into minus 2, which will give me 2. So my residue will be 1 by 2. Now I will calculate residue at z equal to 1. This will be given by limit approaching to limit z approaching to 1, z minus 1, and here I will be having my f of z, which is 1 minus 2z divided by z into z minus 1, z minus 2. So z minus 1 will get cancelled and I will be left with 1 minus 2z, z into z minus 2. Now again replace z with 1 because z is approaching to 1 and my residue will be 1. So using the Cauchy's residue theorem, my integral over cf of z dz will be given by 2 pi iota sum of residues. So 2 pi iota sum of residues means half plus 1, which is 3 by 2. So 2 will get cancelled and I will be left with 3 pi iota. So let's see one more example. Evaluate integral over c z square plus 3 z square minus 1 dz, where c is the circle. First part is modulus z minus 1 equal to 1, and in second part you have modulus z plus 1 equal to 1. So my function f of z is z square plus 3 divided by z square minus 1. First, I need to find the poles. For poles, just put denominator equal to 0. So here my denominator is z square minus 1. So it's 0. So this will give you z equal to plus minus 1. And here these are simple poles only because z square minus 1 is z plus 1 into z minus 1. So these are simple poles, pole of order 1. So let's start with the first case when my contour z is z minus 1 equal to 1. So this one is a circle with center 1 comma 0 and radius is 1 unit. Fine. So My first pole z equal to 1, that is 1 comma 0. This will lie inside the C. This is the center only. Now second point z equal to minus 1 is minus 1 comma 0. Here this point is this. So this point will lie outside the circle. So this point is of no use for us. We will calculate residue at only this point. That is z equal to 1. So again limit z tending to 1, z minus z naught, z minus 1 and f of z. So z minus 1, z minus will get cancel and I will be left with z square plus 3 divided by z plus 1. Limit is z approaching to 1. So just replace z with 1. This will be 1 plus 3, 4 and denominator will be 1 plus 1, 2. So 4 divided by 2 will give you 2. And my answer will be z square plus 3. This will be 2 pi iota sum of residues. So this point lies outside my given contour C and this point lies inside the given contour C. So only one residue is there too. So my answer will be 4 pi iota. Now let's proceed with the second part, which is modulus z plus 1 equal to 1. Again, this one is a circle. Radius is same 1 unit, but now here center is minus 1 comma 0. This is my center. So now in this case, z equal to 1 will lie inside the circle, which is your center, and z equal to 1, that is 1 comma 0 is here. So this is outside the circle. So now this point, it's of no use. We are concerned about this point only. So we will calculate my residue at this point only, and this will be given by residue at z equal to minus 1 is limit. Z approaches to minus 1 at the point we are calculating the residue. Z minus Z naught. Z naught is minus 1. So this will be Z minus of minus 1. So this will be Z plus 1. F of Z, which is Z square plus 3 divided by Z minus 1 into Z plus 1. So Z plus 1 will get cancelled and I will be left with limit Z approaching to minus 1, Z square plus 3 divided by Z minus 1. Again, just replace Z with minus 1 and I will have my residue as minus 2. So integral will be 2 pi iota sum of residue. So there is only one residue, which is minus 2. So my final answer will be minus 4 pi iota. Okay. Let's see a few more examples. So first example is 3 integral over c 3 z square plus z square, divided by z square minus 1 dz, where c is a circle modulus z equal to 2. So first my function is 3z square plus z divided by z square minus 1. To find the poles, put denominator equal to 0. So this will give you z equal to plus minus 1 and they both are simple poles. And my circle is modulus z equal to 2 and so the circle with center 0, that is at origin, and radius is of 2 units. So both of these points, they will lie inside my circle. So I need to calculate residue at both of these points. So z equal to 1, limit z approaches to 1, z minus z naught, and my f of z. So z minus 1, z minus will get cancel, and I will be left with this. So here replace z with 1, and I will get my answer as 2. And residue at z equal to minus 1 is limit z approaching to minus 1 again. Z minus z naught is z plus 1 because z naught is minus 1 here and into f of z. So f of z is 3z square plus z divided by z minus 1 into z plus 1. Z plus 1, z plus 1 will get cancelled and I will be left with limit z approaching to minus 1, 3z square plus 1 divided by z minus 1. So here limit is z approaching to minus 1. So just replace z with minus 1 and I will have my residue as minus 1. So this will be using Cauchy residue theorem. This will be integral over c of the dz will be 2 pi iota sum of residues. So sum of residues means 2 minus 1, which is 1. So my answer is 2 pi iota. Okay. And the second part of the same question is integral over c cos pi z divided by z square minus 1 dz, where c is a rectangle whose vertices are 2 plus minus iota and minus 2 plus minus iota. So 2 plus minus iota. So one vertex is 2 plus iota. 2 plus iota means your real part is 2, imaginary part is also 1, which is of this point. And 2 minus iota is this point. So minus 2 plus iota is this point and minus 2 minus iota is this point. So this is your rectangle. So again, first we need to calculate the poles. Poles are given when denominator is 0. So z square minus 1 equal to 0 will give you z equal to plus minus 1. And both of them are simple poles. So now this all you have to show. You have to write down that poles are given when denominator is 0. So, and z square minus 1 will 1 equal to 0 will give you z equal to plus minus 1, and they both are simple poles. All this information you have to mention while solving the question. So z equal to 1 is this point and z equal to minus 1 is this point, and both these points, they lie inside this contour, which is the rectangle. So I have to calculate residue at both of these points. So first I will calculate the residue at z equal to 1. So limit z approaching to 1, z minus 1, my function cos pi z, z plus 1, z minus 1. Z minus 1 will cancel, I will be left with this, and now just replace z with 1 and I will have my residue as minus 1 by 2. And in the second part, residue at z equal to minus 1, so this will be limit z approaching to minus 1. Z minus z naught will be z plus 1 here. F of z is cos pi z, z plus 1, z minus 1. Z plus 1 will cancel and I will be left with cos pi z, z minus 1. And here limit is approaching to minus 1, so replace z with minus 1 and I will have my residue as 1 by 2. So integral over C of z dz will be using Cauchy's residue theorem. This will be 2 pi iota sum of residues, 2 pi iota, so minus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2. This will be 0. So my final answer is 0 here. And yeah, you are also supposed to mention here that which theorem you are using. So just write down using Cauchy's residue theorem, integral over C of z dz will be 2 pi iota sum of residues. Like above this line, just write down using Cauchy's residue theorem. So let's see the last example. Evaluate integral over c z minus 1 divided by z plus 1 square into z minus 2 dz, where c encloses both the poles of f of z. Here f of z is z minus 1 into divided by z plus 1 square into z minus 2. And the reason c, it's not specified, it's just given that it encloses both the poles. That means we have to calculate the residue at both the poles. So this will have a pole when denominator is 0, denominator is 0 at z equal to 2 and minus 1. So here z plus 1 square, so this is a pole of order 2. And z minus 2 raised to the power 1, so this one is a simple pole, or you can say a pole of order 1. So first I will calculate my residue at z equal to 2, which is a simple pole. So this will be limit z approaching to 2, z minus 2 into f of z. So I will have my answer as 1 by 9. Second, I will calculate my residue at z equal to minus 1, which is a pole of order 2. So I will use my second formula where m is 2. So my this will be m minus 1 will be 2 minus 1, so and 1 factorial is 1. So this will be limit z approaching to minus 1 d by dz, z plus 1 square, z minus z naught square. So here z minus z naught is z plus 1 because z naught is minus 1 into f of z. So z plus 1 square will get cancelled. I will be left with this. Okay, here d by dz will come. We need to find the derivative. D by dz will be there. So this is this derivative. And then just replace z with minus 1. I will have my residue is like this, and using the Cauchy residue theorem, integral over c of z dz will be 2 pi iota sum of residues. So sum of residues means 1 by 9, residue at z equal to 2 and residue at z equal to minus 1. So my final answer is 0. So this was all about residues and the Cauchy residue theorem. So you can use a Cauchy residue theorem when you have a curve and a function which is analytic inside and on the curve. See, outside the curve we are not concerned. So to solve the question using the Cauchy residue theorem, first just find out the poles and check the order of the poles, and then check which points are lying inside your contour and which points are lying outside your contour. So those points which lies outside your contour, leave them as it is, and those poles which lies inside or on your contour, calculate the residues of those points or poles, and then use your Cauchy residue theorem, which says that integral will be 2 pi iota sum of residues.